sustainability, harmony, and cultural exchange.
Good afternoon, listeners. It's the time of the day where we're doing mental health. We're saying mental health matters. My name again is Nono MASEKO from the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. I am a manager for the office that is in Diepsloot, next to the fire station. Our topic for today is burnout, but we are specifically looking at the teachers. You know, for me and you to be able to talk like I'm talking, we went through school. We started in grade 1 and ended up in matric. Some of us are in university, but it's because of the teachers. So if we didn't go to school, we were not able to do what we're doing now. So we have achieved because of the teachers. And in many times, teachers ignored their mental health is not being taken care of. So today we're concentrating on the teachers' mental health and mental well-being. So the question posted today is why teachers' mental health is such an important topic right now. You know, teachers in schools that are teaching in townships, they are running on heavy loads. Classes are fully packed. They had about between 90 and 95 children in a class. So that is very heavy for a teacher. And we as society, we have too much expectations. We're expecting our children to pass. And we're not really thinking about the teacher's mental well-being. So the teacher that is supported will produce good product. When we're saying mental health matters in teachers, we're meaning that they also human beings. They need to be supported. Teachers' mental health isn't a nice thing to say or to have, but it is essential for the school to succeed. For the school to succeed, we have to have healthy teachers, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We go into the following question. The question says, what are some of the biggest challenges teachers faces when it comes to their mental health? Teachers struggle from burnout, working long hours, especially when it's exam time, because they do a lot of admin and marking, checking who's present, who's absent, who did sit in the examination, and who did not sit in. So pressure from curriculum and assessment target is also heavy. Balancing school responsibility with personal and family life. We must not forget that you are a teacher during the day in school, but you are a mother, you are a sister, you are an aunt, you are a wife at home. So this is very much important. Feeling unsupported or unheard when they are struggling, teachers are really trying their best, but they also feel like they are not being supported by their department. And importantly, the stigma. Many teachers don't feel comfortable speaking about their stress or mental health concern, because as people, we are very much judgmental. So in school, teachers are very reserved and they want to share, because once you tell me your story as Nono, I will go and gossip about you. I will even go to length of putting a trap for you to make a mistake, because I know that you are struggling psychologically. So this is not good. As teachers, we have to learn to support each other. So another question that has been posted is saying, how can teachers personally invest in their mental well-being? Teachers have to learn to set boundaries. Try not to take work home every single day. Give yourself permission to rest. I see many teachers carrying books, carrying files, they're taking work home. So it means at home, you will quickly rush and do whatever you have to do. But going back to your work, that means you're not resting. So school ends at 2 o'clock, but you still continue with school at home until 10, 11, which is very much important. Take care of yourself. Set that boundary. Know your strength and know your weaknesses. So when you take work home, know that it's only for one day, not every day. Lean on colleagues. Sharing challenges and supporting each other makes a huge difference. Practice small acts of self-care, breathing exercises, a walk after school, or journaling. It doesn't have to be big, just consistent. So if you started going to the gym, it's either in the morning or in the afternoon, please be consistent about it. And you can also create your own gym in the house. If you have a spare room or you have a garage, use that room as your special space where you can sit alone and debrief and be quiet. You can also do breathing exercises, you can do yoga there. It's very much important to take care of yourself if you are a teacher. Ask for help early, whether it's a manager, a peer, or mental health helpline like SADC. Reaching out is a sign of strength, not weakness. So most of us, especially from our culture, we were taught not to talk to strangers or talk to someone about your secret. So we are here and SADC is available 24 hours. Please use those services and use that line to take care of yourself. It's very much important to talk about your challenges. Find joy teaching. Find hobbies, find family time, and creative outlets. Recharge your energy. Go out, go to a spa, go do your nails, go do your hair. Don't do your nails and while you're sitting there at the salon, then start talking about the work that you have to do. When you're outside, leave work at home or leave work at school. So it's very much important to know your boundaries, because you'll find teacher in the salon and talking, oh, I have so much work to do, or you will be talking to a friend, did you mark? I have not started. That is not taking time for yourself. That is you burning yourself out. Please be consistent in what you're doing as a teacher. Know how to take care of yourself. Your mental health matters. What can schools and education department do to support teachers' mental health? Schools should teach teachers well-being as an investment, not an afterthought. This could mean it's very much important for the department also to be involved, offering workshops on stress management and resilience. If they don't have programs like that, we as SADC are on board. We do have programs that can be implemented in schools. Providing access to counseling or peer support groups is very much important for the school to have a peer support group. Peer support group also because they will be assisting other teachers. They also need to take care of themselves. So if you have formed or you are part of peer support group, know also that you need to also to go for counseling or share with somebody else, because taking everybody's complaints, challenges, you'll end up getting burnt out. Your duty is to assist the teachers as a peer support. Providing access to counseling and peer support group, encouraging open conversation about mental health without stigma, recognizing teachers' efforts and valuing their work, it goes a long way in boosting morale. So most of the teachers, they do their best, but at the end of the day, the manager or even the principal will complain that your work is not up to standard. Yes, I can see your learners are getting 80%, but you are supposed to bring out 100%. So that is not praising someone. That is actually putting a pressure on a person. So we also sending this message to principals and managers to know that when you praise your teachers, they become excited and push themselves to perform more on a better note, not on a negative one. So give your teachers that encouragement so that they have a thing that pushes them to wake up in the morning. Don't find a teacher who's always absent, sending sick notes even if they are not sick, being scared to come to the school because they can't account, or they are not seen as someone who's lazy, or they are seen as someone who's not performing. So the schools have a lot of competition and the schools have a lot of stigma when it comes to mental health, like any other company, So this is what we're trying to minimize as SADC, saying we all have challenges, but they come in different forms. And there are people that are born with mental illnesses, which cannot really be held accountable for the illness that was really inherited, or when it was genetically passed to them. So that does not deny them to go to school, achieve a degree, even a master's degree. So when we keep on judging people that are struggling with a mental illness, we're stigmatizing them and we're isolating them. We're making them to feel like they're stupid, they can't achieve anything in life. And psychology is not saying that. It's saying that everyone is gifted in their own way. So let's support each other as teachers, mentally and even physically. When you see someone limping, you ask, what happened? Did you twist your ankle? That is called support. Not going to other teachers and saying, I think she has been kicked on the knee or on the leg. Maybe she was fighting with the husband or wife. So as people, we have to learn to respect each other and love each other. And there is a kind of support that we need, so that we can know how to take care of our mental well-being. The next question is, what's your key message for teachers listening to this interview? Ooh, we're rushing today. William. Yeah. Okay, we're saying you matter. Your well-being is just as important as the lesson you teach. By looking after your mental health, you are not only caring for yourself, but you're also giving your learners the best version of you. Healthy teachers build healthy learners. This is very much important. So teachers have challenges. You might be going through a divorce and you're not getting yourself a sick note on being absent from school. You will push yourself to go to school for your learners. But when you are not healthy, you are not going to produce good learners. And learners are very, 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 very intelligent. They can pick up that, our teacher today is not okay. Our teacher's well-being is not okay. Because if they know you as a person who's very bubbly, a person who talks, a person who come into class and calling people by names, and the next day you come dragging your feet and you're like, take out your books, the learners can pick up that so quickly. So it's good for us teachers to take care of ourselves as teachers, and that will help us also to take care of our learners. Remember, our learners come to school with different challenges. Some come from pure background where they go to bed without eating a meal or even a slice of bread. So when they come to school, they expect you as a teacher to pick up that they are struggling, because they can't come to you and say, teacher, I'm hungry. So when you pick that up, you're now taking a role of a social worker. You're doing child services work. So you will sit with the child. I see today you are very sad in class. What went wrong? Then the conversation will start. Like yesterday, we didn't have food at home and we have to go to bed without eating anything. You will ask, who's working? So teachers are doing a lot. They ask questions that are asked by social workers. What happened at home? Who's employed? Who's unemployed? How can we assist? How can we involve social workers in this issue? So their duty is not to teach only. Their duties are so many. They're taking parental role, they're taking social services role, they're taking pastoral roles, they're taking so many roles. And at the end of the day, we have expectations that our children have to pass, but forgetting that they're also human beings and they can also feel pain and they can also be stressed, which will lead to burnout. So this is was our topic for today. I will wait for more questions, but for now we will take a break. See you in a short while.
Listening to PAC Radio, Unity, Harmony, and Cultural Exchange.
Hello again. We are back. It's the time of the day we're doing mental health matters. But today, like I said, we were looking at burnout specifically for the teachers. So I see more questions have been posted. So one question is saying, teaching is often described as one of the most demanding professions. From your perspective, what are some of the main pressures teachers face that can affect their mental health? It's a lot. We did talk about class that are packed, have weight. We did talk about expectations. We didn't talk about what happens at home. Remember, as a teacher, you are a mother, you are a parent, you are a wife, you are a husband, you are a family person. So you can have challenges at home that will definitely affect your mental health in class. So this is very much important. You take care of yourself at school and you know how to take care of yourself at home. So don't be a teacher who don't want to go home after school and saying, I don't know what I will find today because there's too much fighting in my house. So you have to know how to take care of yourself in school and be able to take care of yourself at home. That's very much important for your mental health. So another question is saying, do you think that there is enough awareness around teachers' mental health, or is it often overlooked compared to learners' well-being? Yes. Teachers' mental health is definitely overlooked. Example, for us as SADC, when we go to school, we specifically go for the learners. But seeing that the teachers would like to sit in the class and listen to the talk, we have now decided that teachers also need this. It's very much important. Now we educating learners and we also empowering teachers. So we do teacher talk each time we will go to the school so that the teachers can know how to take care of themselves and know how to take care of learners that they are educating. So this is very much important. Schools in Gauteng, a lot of them have benefited. We still trying our best as SADC to reach other provinces because we've been getting calls from Cape Town, from Eastern Cape, from Limpopo, from Mpumalanga saying that they also need the talks. So we're looking at that. As soon as we get funding, I'm telling you, we will be able to stretch our arm going to other provinces because this is very much important. Teachers to us matters. So I am sitting in this chair talking today because of my grade 1 teacher. I thank you, my grade 1 teacher. I thank all my teachers in high school, even though they used to call me a person who does not listen, but here I am. I have achieved because of you. And I want you to be proud of me because I am also proud of myself. Yes, thank you, teachers. Another question says, many teachers juggle large classroom administrative work and sometimes lack of resources. How does this constant pressure impact the emotional well-being? This is huge. Large classrooms, the department is really trying by putting containers, but the more they put in containers, the more new learners are coming in. So this is an ongoing challenge for large classrooms. Administrative work, some schools don't have electricity, some schools don't have water. So it's a huge challenge. You might have electricity, but you might run out of papers. You might not even be having a printer that is working. So teachers' emotional well-being is constantly under pressure because of what is happening in school. It's like one problem after the other. But our teachers are going to school every day and they are on time and they're giving their best. We salute you, teachers. We see you. What are some of the early signs that a teacher might be experiencing burnout, depression, or anxiety, and how can colleagues or school leaders identify when a teacher needs support? Signs might differ from a person to a person. because of how our immune system functions. But I will mention a few signs that might be common, feeling nausea, vomiting, having diarrhea, having a fear of even entering the school gate. You might come early and park outside, sitting in your car, being scared to come outside of your car because you know that your mental well-being is not okay. So there's a lot of signs, and we might also see it through anger outburst, beating children or punishing them severely, not worrying about the consequences. So these are the huge signs that one can really identify them easily. Anger outburst while teaching, going to the staff room, crying, and not knowing the reason of your cry, just screaming at everyone, or just taking your bag and going home without saying bye or without saying what is wrong with you. So this is very much important for teachers to support each other. When you see one teacher complaining about diarrhea, ask them, did you consult? What triggered your diarrhea? Did you eat something? Because there's also food poisoning. Because some of the signs might come as you have eaten something wrong, but really you will be struggling with burnout. So there's a lot of signs. So you might also not be eating, you might start losing weight, and someone might keep on saying, you leave that diet because now you are a skeleton. So now we're putting a stigma behind it. We want to isolate that person, thinking that they're on a diet, not knowing that person is struggling with burnout. You might gain weight in a space of 3 weeks to a month, even if you're not eating well. When you stress, you will like junk food, something that is fast. And some, when they are stressed or depressed, you want to eat hourly. It's like your metabolism is working overtime. When you have eaten after 2 hours, you feel so hungry and you want large meals. So watch that. That is another huge sign of a burnout. So struggling to sleep, going to bed at 11 o'clock, awake at 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock when you have to prepare yourself to go to work. There's another huge sign. And lack of sleep will make you not to perform because you will want to sleep in class. So it's very much important for teachers to take care of themselves and identify or be able to identify the signs. Like I said, they don't affect anyone the same, but the slightest, if you can have, I've mentioned a lot, if you can have 4 out of the lot that I have mentioned, really it is time for you to go seek professional help. And when you go seek professional help, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It means that you're actually sharp and knowing how to take care of yourself. Thank you. Let's go to the next question. What can colleagues or school leadership identify? How can colleagues or school teachers, that was done. It's under 4. So the next one is, what coping strategies or self-care practices can teachers use to look after their mental health? Very much important. We can start with diet. Watch what you're eating and maybe have a chart to chart your sleeping patterns. How many hours do you sleep? And do you gym? Do you have a membership to the gym? Because you don't really need a membership. You can just walk around your block, but walk where it is safe, knowing that there are people around you. Don't carry your phone with you, because I see people like walking, putting earphones inside their ears, listening to music. That is a good way to practice self-care, but you might not hear footsteps behind you. Someone might be coming behind you and grab you and maybe harm you or take your phone away from you. So it's very much important maybe to have a group that that 6 o'clock we're going to take a walk. Then it will be 3 or 4 of you walking, and you can even have a sport at the park where you can stretch. Stretching is very much important for the brain. So there are many ways that one can do, can use as coping mechanism for one to be able to know that no, I am taking I am taking care of myself, but it looks like I'm getting worse. So that is a huge sign for you to go and consult, because you might be eating healthy, gymming, jogging, taking those long walks, and having a gym machine in the house. But at the end of everything, you still feel like, I feel like screaming. So there is a sign for you that you might actually be struggling with burnout and something else. So it's good for you to go and consult. Remember, people now rely on Google. You go and Google, you Google the symptoms, yes, you see, oh, these are the symptoms. I'm suffering from burnout. This is something easy, this is something that I can take care of myself. But not knowing that you were actually born with a mental illness, it now has been triggered because of the burnout. Remember, mental illnesses get easily triggered by pain, by stress, and by depression. So overload also might trigger your mental illness or your burnout. So anything can trigger your burnout. And it's very much important to know how to treat yourself, but use a professional. Because when you diagnose yourself, you'll be treating wrong symptoms, because most of the symptoms come in a similar way. But when you're sitting with a professional, they will be able to weigh in your symptoms and saying, okay, you have burnout, but it has been triggered by your grief, or it has been triggered by your divorce, or it has been triggered by your domestic violence and even GBV. So there's a lot of things that are happening. Let us not conclude about signs that we're seeing on Google, but let us also have faith in ourselves and have faith in the professionals. So go and consult, because when you're consulting, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It means you know how to take care of yourself. Oh, we are going for a break. We will see you in a few minutes and then we'll finish up. Thank you. Okay. Hello again. We are back. We still continue with the questions. Question is saying, how important is peer support among teachers and how can schools create a supportive culture? Peer support among teachers is very much important. Peer support can be formed by people who are really struggling and have went through challenges, and they have learned that having mental health issues, you need to talk to someone, you need to support each other. It can be formed by someone who has experienced that, or it can be formed by someone who's generally caring, someone who's not going to gossip about what you're saying, when you're with them. So it can be a group session where teachers can sit and share their challenges and share how they're surviving, how they're coping, and they can also introduce different coping mechanisms to each other, and they can carry on. So it's something that can be done. You can just gather for 30 minutes per week, or even twice a week, depending on the time that you will be having as teachers, or the time that you're agreeing about. So you can use 30 minutes to sit, share, and do like a check-in. How's everybody feeling today? How was class? Is anyone having challenges? It's like a sharing platform and a supporting platform, very much important. And it can be started among the teachers without the principal or without the department. So what you as teachers can do, you can just talk to the principal and say, this is what we thought we could do so that we can know how to support each other. We see many principals are supporting the peer support system or support group among teachers. So I would like the teachers to really tune in and maybe call SADC and saying we need assistance, We want to start a peer support group among teachers. We will be able to come and help facilitate the peer support group among teachers. Thank you. The other question is saying, for teachers listening who may be feeling overwhelmed right now, what would you like to say to them? To me, I would like to say, halala teachers, you are doing a wonderful job. Teachers in Diepsloot, you are doing a wonderful job. Your classes are fully packed, but at the end of the year, you still produce 100% for matriculants. For that, we're saying, teachers, you matter. You're very much important. What resources does SADC offer for any teacher out there who's struggling with burnout, depression, or any other mental health issues? As SADC, we're saying you're not alone, and it is okay not to be okay. We have lines that are operating 24 hours, teachers that can use at their free time, in that spare room, being alone. You can have time for yourself talking to a counselor who will be able to assist you. So I'm going to give numbers. I will start with the 0800 number, and I'll end up with mine in Diepsloot. So the office is operating with helplines. There's so many of them. So I'm going to give out 0800 456 789. 0800 456 789. And the other one, which is for suicide, is 0800 4567 4567. No, it's 0800 567 567. 0800 567 567. And the other one is 0800 12 13 14. 0800 12 13 14. Talking about suicide, on the 10th of September, it will be Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. So we are doing a lot of awareness around suicide prevention. And we're also doing Facebook Friday. Facebook Friday is from 1 p.m. to 2 o'clock. Every Friday. The slot is Ask the Expert. And we're also having a matriculant slot, which is on Thursday from 6 p.m. Matriculants can call in and talk to a counselor who will be able to assist you with your anxiety and even panic, because matriculants are very scared that they might fail, they might not do well. You study the whole year and everything that you have studied might not come out in the question paper. So that is the biggest fear. I have been there, believe me, it's very scary. Yes. So in Diepsloot, we are in extension 2. We operating from 8:30 to 3:30, Monday to Friday. And our number, you can send a call back or you can buzz. It's 083 649 8639. 083 649 8639. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Then we will be talking about suicide prevention.
You are listening to PAC Radio.